Dante Gabriel Rossetti was one of the founding members of the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, a group of 19th century English painters who wished to return to the imaginative, hyper-detailed painting style of the Italian Renaissance. Although Rossetti started with early Christian themes, he eventually settled into painting mostly portraits of women with whom he shared varying degrees of intimacy. First there was Elizabeth Siddal, who was first his model and muse, and then became his wife. He idealized her to a degree that it interfered with their physical relationship. He later formed attachments with other models, but his wife, his idée fixe, remained a fixture in his imagination even after her early death. Rossetti is not the first male artist to have a compartmentalized view of women, where they become beautiful objects like exotic vases or tapestries to be distantly admired. And the detail he poured over these women can be likened to a spiritual quest. It has become fashionable in art criticism to be dismissive of this quasi-religious, idealized view of women in art by fickle, conflicted, philandering men. Such compartmentalized view of women has been called the Madonna whore complex. Yet this complex may find its wiring in the autistic mind, where the individual cannot easily integrate the empathetic with the intellectual in other people. I see a fellow traveler in Rossetti because I too have a difficult compartmentalized relationship with women in my life, both real and fabricated. My paintings of women comprises a brief period of my output as a young man, since I was limited by my access to reference models. This 1984 painting portrays life-size Victoria's Secret models. I am in the background playing a rejected Petrushka the clown. This sort of self-martyrdom is common among many young symbolist artists in every generation. My idealization of women was better suited to forming romantic attachments with celebrities, with the first being Vivian Leigh, of whom I filled my bedroom walls with handmade portraits of her in 1980. Collecting beautiful women's images in whatever form became an art in itself for me, similar to how assemblage artist Joseph Cornell assembled a film reel of images of the actress Rose Hobart. I can relate to this. When real women entered the picture, this greatly complicated things. The more romantically I was attracted to them, the less likely I would be able to forge a personal connection. Some of these women became friends to varying degrees, and a few more than that. But the autistic objectifies everything. It became easier for me to add female anatomy to my catalog of objects, like small toys to be used as motifs in paintings. In the end, my most successful integration of women into my art was not through painting or comics, but through the writing of my first novel, which is in large part about the schism between the idée fixe and the physical object in love. Pascal, a patron saint of Asperger's, once said, "The heart has its reasons of which the mind knows nothing." Most people can navigate this divide, but for the autistic, the object of the heart may not be fully seen or understood until that object has been removed, as in the case with Elizabeth Siddal. This removal will be the subject of my next video about autism and love.